Primitive data types. Okay. So, have you completed all the primitive data types that we discussed? Have you practiced? What are the different primitive data types? Can you please tell some?
Huh?
Tell only. Can I store the value Rajesh in ID? Is it possible or not possible? Can I store the value Rajesh in number? Is it possible or not possible? Can I store Rajesh in decimal? Is it possible or not possible? Can I store the value 56.43 in long? Is it possible or not?
Not possible. Double possible.
If I try to store the value 56.43 in long data type, what happens? You try it out and tell me now. Try it out and tell me now. Try it out and tell me now. If I give, okay, long A equal to 56.43 system dot debug. So what will happen? Line number 2, column number 13, unexpected token. If we do this now, line number 1, column number 6, illegal assignment from decimal to long. Okay. If I give this value now, is it correct or not? I am giving long A equal to 56. Is it correct or not?
Right, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. Right.
Right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Tell me why it is working. Some people said wrong. Why it is wrong?
Long is also integers, but
Integer, but it has the range, more range to cover more numbers. That's it. Nothing beyond that. Integer you can use, yes or no? If I use integer, sorry, integer, okay. If I use integer, is it correct? If I use long, the point here is I can include a longer number. You getting my point? I can include a longer number. That's it. Again, illegal integer. Okay. It's beyond its capability. So now still illegal law.
Apex more speed
Okay. So we are getting it. Fine. Similarly, here I will give you one more example and now tell me whether it is correct or wrong. Okay? Okay? Now tell me this one correct or wrong. Decimal A equal to I will see here decimal A equal to 23. Is it correct or wrong? Tell me.
right, sir. Right. Decimal including integers.
Tell me, is this same as before or not?
Same.
That is the reason we pass. Okay. Now tell me, is this same as this one or not?
No.
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 So here, if I give integer and if I give this, will I accept?
No.
No. It should give an error. Yeah.
Decimal to integer.
If I have, okay, so now you tell me one thing. If decimal A equal to 23.1, okay? Decimal B equal to again 23.2. Here if I give like this, and here I am saying C.
ఇది
Okay.
రావాలంటే ఏ బిట్ అప్పుడు రెడీ
Integer C equal to A
లిమిట్ ఎంత రాదు
plus B. What will happen? Is it correct or wrong?
లిమిట్ అంతా ఎంత లాంగ్ రేంజ్
long
లిమిట్ ఎంత ఎంత
Now tell me, is it correct or wrong?
64
Now understood the wrong. Where is the wrong here? Here this one, this one, this one. Tell me what change I need to do to make it correct.
Instead of integer, taking this.
ఇంటీజర్ సార్
What should I do? Third line, here I need to change this to
డెసిమల్
okay. Now will it work?
ఎస్
Okay, fine. So now shall we do some more thing? Okay. If I give now tell me, is it correct or wrong?
నో
It's right.
Tell me right or wrong.
Right as 46.
Now see the code. All of you, please confirm me whether it is correct or wrong.
It's correct.
Is there anyone who is saying wrong? Correct or wrong? Right. Right spelling array CH2. Okay, fine. So here what is happening is I have given an integer, I have given another integer. I combined, I added two integers. My answer is integer. I am assigning integer to decimal. So if you assign a smaller one to a bigger one, okay, then you can accommodate the smaller one into that bigger one. Basically, if you say not only decimal, here if you keep long also it will work. See, okay, because the point is the range of this is small, the range of this is small. When you add, you are trying to put it into the same data type, that is fine. Something bigger than this, which can hold some more data, that is also fine. But if you are using long and long here, and if you are trying to put it in integer, it will not accept. Similarly, here and here we kept integer. Here, if I want to put a decimal, then it will accept. Because two integers, after you added, you will get an integer. Integer value you can put in decimal because integer 0.0 can be considered as decimal. But if these two are decimals, you add two decimals, the answer can you put in integer? No, it's not possible. So here what is happening? Here implicit typecasting is happening. That is known as implicit typecasting. Means it is happening on its own. You are not explicitly telling it to do in that way. Okay? This implicit typecasting happens only in the cases where you are putting a smaller value into a data type which can hold bigger values. Okay, but if I want to see after adding A and B, I got 46. Now I want to store this 46 in the form of string. Okay, okay. Is it possible? No? Is it correct or wrong? Tell me. Wrong. So, implicit typecasting will not work here. Implicit will work only for the meaningful things. If I want, see, I want a variable age, okay, and in that I want to get the value of a plus b, okay. So, what I need to do? I need to this first I need to put the integer, then string age. I can write small letters also, nothing specific to that variable, okay, equal to string of C. Now let's register a required string integer. That is what we are going to discuss here.
Okay, some shadows.
String class.
ఇంత వాల్యూ వస్తుందా? ఇందాక ట్రై చేసిన నాకు రాలేదు.
అదే వాల్యూ కూడా కింద కింద చేసి ఎన్ని డిజిట్స్ ఎయిట్ సెవెన్ ఎయిట్
Just long selection. Only long ఒకటే selection.
లాంగ్ ఒకటే
ఒకటి selection.
సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి లాంగ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి
Long ఒకటి select చేసుకొని ఇచ్చారు.
తీసేయాలి
లాంగ్ ఒకటి select చేసి ఇస్తాను.
ఇది ఒకటి సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి
మొత్తం select చేయాలా? మొత్తం లాంగ్ వాల్యూ మొత్తం
వాల్యూ మొత్తం ఇదంతా
ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి.
అది కింద సిస్టమ్ డీబగ్
అసలు అవుతుంది
వస్తుంది
చూడు అవుతుంది.
సెలెక్ట్ చేసి
String dot value of that is the method we need to use. String dot value of integer.
అట్లా ఇల్లీగల్ ఇంటీజర్
Instead of
ఇల్లీగల్ ఇంటీజర్
I will put C. Okay, if I do this now, C See, I am showing the value of A is 46. What is value of C? Here I check it, right? Yeah. So let me see now. Let's see now. It's okay. It is, how can you say that it is a string not integer? Then I will show you one thing. Okay, I will do one thing. Okay, I will create one more string name. Okay, equal to Mahesh. Okay, so now if I add Mahesh to 46, I want to get Mahesh 46. Okay, if two strings are there, how you will add two strings? Just we'll keep it side by side. That's it, right? So now I want to add age plus, sorry, name plus age. First I want to put name. Okay. This I want to put in the value called output. And I want to put the data type as string. Okay. Now you tell me whether it will work or any issue will come.
Issue will come. You need to give this.
What we need to give, we have to give. It is not an issue. We are adding it, but we are not showing it in the output.
Okay.
Okay, now if I put it in the output, that is not execute. Now you see this. See, the output is 146. Okay. Are you able to understand what I am saying? If you understood, note down this. If you don't understand, tell me, I will explain it again. Okay, if you, okay, before noting down this one, okay, implicit typecasting, implicit typecasting happens in Salesforce. Right now, implicit typecasting happens in Salesforce. Implicit typecasting happens in Salesforce if implicit typecasting happens in Salesforce if we assign a smaller number or a smaller value. Don't write number. If we assign a smaller value to a data type which can hold larger values. Example, we can assign integer value to decimal data type. We can assign integer value to decimal data type. We can assign integer value to decimal data type. Whereas we cannot assign a decimal value to integer data type. Whereas we cannot assign a decimal value to integer data type. Next one. If we want this kind of assignment, then we need to go for explicit typecasting. Using explicit typecasting, next point. Using explicit typecasting, any value belonging to any data type can be assigned, any value belonging to any data type can be assigned to any other data type. Any other data type. Any value belonging to any data type can be assigned to any other data type. Is it clear what we have done here? Okay. Now take this entire example. What I have written. Take this entire thing. Okay. Then we will go in depth into date data types, string data type. String we need to see some more things. We will see those things and then we'll move on to date.
First off, sorry. Uttara. Google. 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 అది కాదేమో అనుకున్నా. అది కాదేమో అనుకున్నా. Location జిందాబాద్.
Done. Okay. If you done, okay. Shall we go to this? All the other actions that we can perform on the string. Okay. So we have a string class using which we can perform different things on a string. Okay. So let's see all the string actions. Okay. So the actions that we can perform on. Sir, can we write FX code in any other IDE? Yes.
ఏది స్ట్రింగ్
Okay, if I want to, so first of all, for others, what is the meaning of IDE? Please focus, guys, here. Please focus. Okay, please focus here. The word IDE means integrated development environment. Okay, so if you want to write a Java code, you need to have a IDE. Okay, if you want to write a C language program, then you need to have a IDE. Here, what Salesforce is doing is it is providing that IDE in the online format wherein you no need to install anything in your machine. Okay, and you can directly write your code in this developer console. developer console itself is a IDE which is provided by Salesforce. If we want to use the developer console, we can use it. If you feel like if you want to use some other IDE, yes, you can use that IDE. Like you can use Eclipse, you can use Microsoft VS Code, Visual Code. Okay, so you can write code inside that as well. Okay, or if you want to simply use Notepad also, that is perfectly fine. You write your code completely in Notepad or Notepad plus plus, and here you can open Apex class and you can paste that. Okay, so uh, these things, if I show, it will be complex. So that's why I'm not showing them right now. So after we are good at writing some programs, once you are good at writing some programs, then we can think of alternate ways where we can write it. If you know first this developer console, and if you are comfortable with this, okay, this is sufficient. Okay, if somebody asks you what you are using, you can say that okay, we are writing the code in developer console. There is no mistake in that. Okay, some companies they prefer to use developer console, which is provided by Salesforce. If the coding is low or moderate, people will simply use the developer console. If your project have some complex coding requirements, then they may choose some other tool. Okay, either they may choose VS Code or some other tool. Okay, and then they also use some versioning tool like GitHub. Okay, that also people might use. Okay, but first, that is just the way you are writing, the way you are storing. That's it. Before going to that, first we need to know what we are writing. Okay, once you can write something, then you can write it in different places. So that's why I'm not discussing that at this point of time. Once we are good at writing some Apex classes, then we can do that. Right now, what we are doing, we are writing just directly in the anonymous window. Okay, even we have not created a single Apex class yet. Okay, because before creating Apex class itself, we should have a clear picture of what a class contains. An Apex class contains variables and methods. What is an Apex class? An Apex class is nothing but an amalgamation of data members and data methods, or combination of data members and data methods. Data member nothing but variables. Data methods nothing but methods. So we are still in the point of understanding what is variable and how to create a variable. Once we are good with this point, okay, and if you confidently say that okay, on my own I can create any variable, then we will move on to understanding a method. Okay, inside method only we will write our business logic. Once we are clear with variables and methods, then we will combine these two things to create an Apex class. Okay, so after that we will discuss about all the OOPS concepts that are present. So first we will go with the class. Okay, after creating the class, then we will try to understand what is an object. Okay. After creating the class and object, then we will try to understand the other OOPS concepts like what is abstraction, what is inheritance, what is polymorphism, okay, what is encapsulation. All these things we will discuss. Okay. So after discussing these things, then we will discuss about collections. So now what we are doing, we are discussing only about single variable, a variable which can store a single value. So after those things, we will discuss about variables which can store multiple values at a time. Variables which can store multiple values at a time. It means like for example, I want to store 10 values in a single variable. I can create a list of values. For that list, I will put a name, okay, and that is known as collection. collection of some integers, collection of some strings, like that. Okay, we can have collection of subjects, collection of decimals, so many things we can have. So what are the different types of collections that we have? In C, C++, generally what type of collections we have? We have, okay, array. Array, what is an array? What is an array? Array is nothing but collection of different elements of similar data type. Okay? You cannot combine one integer, one number, one decimal, one text. You cannot do. If you want to create an array, that array will contain all integers or all strings or all decimals. Okay, so that's how array you will create, right? Similarly, here also we have three types of collections here. We have a list, set, and map. So we will discuss in depth about these collections. Okay. After that, we will discuss about the conditional statements. So if this happens, then only perform this. If this doesn't happen, then perform that. Like that, based on the condition. Till that point, our execution goes in the order from top to bottom, line by line, line by line. In which order we have written the code, the execution also will happen in that line only. Like see here I have system.debug C. After that I have system.debug for output. So here showing first C it is showing, then only it is showing output. So line by line, see line number 5 it is showing displaying first, then line number 8. It will go in a specific order. But if I want to display this one first, and then if I want to display this one, then I can do that by using the conditional statements. By using some condition, if the condition is satisfied, then display this. Okay. If the condition for the other one is satisfied, then display that. Okay. If the condition is not satisfied, then it will display only for one which the condition is satisfied. Okay. So those conditional statements we will discuss. Like we have if else, else if. Okay. If else if else. Okay. After that, we will discuss about in the conditional statements we have if, then we have if else if. After that, switch statement. If we have multiple conditions, like see if I have only two conditions, like if a equal to 5, do this. If a equal to 10, do this. Like this, if I have two conditions, then I'll go for if else. If I have three conditions, like if a equal to 5, do this. If a equal to 10, do this. If a is equal to anything other than these two values, then do this. Okay, if I have something like that, then if I will go for if else if else. But if I have 12 conditions, like if January do this, if February do this, if March do this, like this, if I have 12 conditions, then 12 times writing if else if else if else if else if else if, instead of that, we can use switch statement, wherein directly it will go to, if we give the month as January, it will go to January month and perform that. If we give the month as October, it will directly go to the October and it will perform that. So these are the conditional statements we have. So we will discuss those things in detail. After conditional statements, we will discuss about loops. What are the different types of loops that we have? So if we want to perform the same action or if you want to perform the same statement multiple times, okay, then I can do that using loops. What are the different loops that are available in Salesforce? While loop, do while loop, and for loop. In for loop, there are 4 different ways in which you can write a for loop. We will discuss each of the thing in detail. Okay. After discussing those things also, then we will go for SOQL, SOS. Then we will discuss about how to query the data from a Salesforce object, whether it is hand object or custom object, and that data how you can utilize in your Apex class. Okay, and how can you update the data again back into the database. So these things we will discuss. After discussing this, that includes DML operations like data manipulation language, insert, update, delete, all these things we will discuss. After these things, then we will discuss about any idea? what we are going to discuss. Okay, then we are going to discuss about some, what is the difference between static, okay, and instance variables. What is the difference between static method and instance method? Okay, and we will then, after completing all these things, then we will discuss about Apex triggers, wherein Apex class only when you create an object, when you instantiate an object, then this class will execute. So either there should be a calling mechanism, whether you click on a button, then this class should be executed, or when you use a when you use a process builder, inside that you can call an Apex class, or you can use a flow, from that you can call an Apex class. But if you want this code to execute on its own when you create a record or update a record or delete a record, then we write the triggers. So inside the trigger directly we can write the code, or from trigger you can call an Apex class. Okay, so those things we will discuss in detail, like how we are automating using Workbench, Process Builder, okay, Flow, how we are automating with code, how you can automate things. So that we will discuss within the triggers concept. Once all these things are done, then we will discuss about the asynchronous effects. Asynchronous effects is nothing but synchronous means in sync, going in order. Asynchronous means in non-sync, you are going in different order. So that is asynchronous. So generally, if you write an Apex class, if it is having so many statements, one by one, it will execute. Okay. For example, if you go to a bank, okay, simple thing to easily understand. Have you ever gone to DMart? Okay. Okay. You are a person. You are fifth person. In front of you, there are 4 people in the queue. Okay. To do the payment. Okay. They want to do the billing. Okay. The first person, okay, is having 10 items in his basket. Second person is having 20 items in the basket. Third person is having 30 items in the basket. Fourth person is having 40 items in the basket. For easy understanding, I am giving the round figures. Generally, that can be any. You have only one toothbrush in your hand. You want to buy that. That's it. Okay. But do you need to wait for the entire queue? Yes or no? Tell me, is it fair now or not? You have a single item. Yes or no? How much time you need to wait for these guys? If they say that, okay, if you have 1 or 2 items, then for that people we have a separate counter. If you have only 1 or 2 items, then we have a separate counter, that is express counter, only for 1 or 2 items. Then it will save a lot of time. Yes or no? So if you buy 1 or 2, then you need to go and stand the longer lines. You can directly go there, right? Similarly, that kind of thing Salesforce also will give you. Okay. So in asynchronous effects, what happens is we are saying that okay, this will take time. So don't make other tasks to wait for this one. Whenever you are free, then do this. Okay. Or else in the same DMart, if they give you an option, if you have 50 items in your basket, and it will take a lot of time. Okay. And if they say that okay sir, no problem, you already selected all the items, you gave it, you came till the counter, right? So you don't need to worry. Okay. We will do the billing for it. Okay. You don't need to wait in the queue. You just go now. Okay. Once the billing is done, then we will send a message to your mobile. Clicking the link, you can do the payment, and then we will deliver it to your home. Okay? So you don't need to wait for this half an hour in the queue. You already selected, your shopping is done. Just give it here, you can go. So that kind of features Salesforce is giving here. So when you have some complex requirement, okay, and that we don't need to wait for others to perform this. In that case, what we can do, we can execute this asynchronously. Means whenever system resources are available at that time, that will execute and it will give you the result. You don't need to wait. Okay? So these are all the things we are going to discuss in our development. So I am going in this order. Okay, after completing this, I will discuss the test classes. Okay, so in asynchronous effects, I will cover future method, batch effects, schedule effects, queuable effects. After that, test classes we will cover. After that, we will start with uh, not Visual Studio, it is Visual Force. After that, Visual Force pages and Lightning, and then we will discuss LWC. Okay, fine. So this is the way we are going. You don't need to worry, we will not miss anything. If needed, we will take extra class, but we cover everything. Okay, so that is why we are going in a specific order. So now our focus is understanding and creating variables on your own. Okay. If I want, I can quickly cover the topic and I can move on to the next topic. But I want you to write the code on your own. So that is what which is killing the time here. That's fine. That's fine. At the end, you should be capable enough to write the code on your own. So that's our target. Okay, now these lines of code, now you are capable to write on your own without seeing yes or no. If I tell, create a variable to store the value, Rama is a good boy. That is the value. Rama is a good boy is the value I have. Okay. Now tell me how you will store that in a variable and how you will display it using system.debug. Can you do it on your own? Okay. Okay. Similarly, for all the other things also, you should be capable to do it on your own. First, let's focus on that part only. Okay. Then slowly we can build part by part, and then at the latter stage we will combine all these parts together to build an entire program. Okay. So that's the plan. So now let's go to the other things that we can perform on a string. Okay, what are the different things that you can perform on a string? Okay, okay. So first of all, okay, if okay, okay, string yes. If we read these are all not that much important. Okay, important ones that we cover. Capitalize. Okay, if you see there is a string. Okay. There is a string. Okay, let me remove all these things. Okay, I will write a string. Okay, city. Okay, equal to. Okay, fine. And I want to display. Okay, you know it will work, right? Yes or no? Now what I want is even though I give city in small case, I have given Hyderabad in small letters. But in the output, I want it in the, even though the input is given in small letters, I want to see always the output in capital letters. Okay. If that is my requirement, then how can I achieve that? Using this string capitalize. Example, see that string dot capitalize if I use, okay, this is a string, right? Okay. Okay, string. This is a different variable which I created. Can I create a variable like that? No, I need to give like this. Okay, if I give this is one string, this is another string. So here I want to get the capital value of this string. So I'm just doing this. So now if I just give this one. Okay. Now tell me, is there anyone in the classroom who did not understand this? What I have written? Go through line by line. If you don't understand anything, let me know. If you don't understand any single word you don't understand, let me know. Read these 4 lines, and if you don't understand any small thing, let me know. If you are clear with all the 4 lines, fine. We can move on. Clear? If I execute, what will happen? See, the first letter we got capital. If by using capitalize, what happened? The first letter got capital. Okay. Next, center size. What happens? Okay. Fine. Let me write the small name for easy understanding. Okay. 4 letters word I have given. Okay. Now what I want to do is, if I give center, okay, then what will happen? See, 1, 2, 3, 4 letters are there. Here I am giving center 9. So total 9 letters word should be there. Okay, total 9 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 letters. In that center, I want to use 4 letters. So this side, 1, 2, 3. I will from this side, 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, I think I need to remove. 1, 2, okay. Here also. Okay. Instead of these lines, I'll give 1, 2, 3. Then it will be easy. Total 9 letters. Okay. Here, I want to put Pune in the center. Okay. Then what I can do? Can I do like this? Okay. If I give 8, okay, I think then it will work fine. Exactly at the center. So here I am using 4. This side I am leaving 2. This side I am leaving 2. Okay. So now center Pune. This is what I want to do. Okay. Getting my point. So give the size as 8. This side 2. This side 2. Okay. If I give the size as 10, then this side 3. That side 3. Okay. Okay. So whether we are getting the output in this format or not, let's check. Okay. So what we need to do? We need to use variable city name. Okay. See this Pune here, exactly after this arrow it came. Here some space is there between this arrow mark and Pune. Okay, we are seeing here 2 spaces are there. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, here 1, 2 is there after Pune, 1, 2. Okay, After Pune, after only one, two spaces are there. How can I know? How can I believe you, sir? Okay. Let me do one thing. Okay. Okay. After this, let me write plus. And again, if I write, okay, Hari. Okay. Then after two spaces gap only Hari should come. Directly beside Pune it should not come, right? As per our understanding. Quickly. Okay. Hari does not exist. It's not a variable, so I need to give it in the form of text, right? Clear? See the output now. See here, left side we have 1, 2 gap. Okay. Right side we have 1, 2 gap. Okay. Clear now? So now by using center. Okay. So string name. What is the string name here? City. This is string name. Dot string name dot. If I use capitalize, then first letter capital is happening. String name dot. If I use the center is happening. Okay. Similarly, if we use center size padding string, if you want to give the center integer size string padding, so how many letters left side you want to give, how many letters right side you want to give, all these things you can give. Okay. Char at index. If I want to get, okay, if I give something like this, okay, if I give a string like this, and if I want to know, what is the character in the fifth position. So from here, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 8 characters word this one. Okay, and the counting will start from 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So based on that, if I want the fifth letter, what I will get 5. If I give B, I will get B. If I give 4, I will get R. Okay. Shall we try this one once? Carrot, 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 city dot char at the location 5 I want. Okay. What is the answer I will get? I will get one more string. Okay. String. Okay. Now I want to write
Underscore name.
method does not exist.
City underscore name.
Carrot and integer. R into type R spelling mistake. Illegal assignment from string to integer. Line number 3.
City name. City name.
Char at method returns the value of the character pointed by the specific index. If the index points to the beginning of the surrogate pair, the high surrogate code point, this method returns only the high surrogate code point. To return supplementary code point corresponding to surrogate pair, call code pointed. Okay. So this gives us the code of that particular character. That code is in the form of integer. Okay, so now it will work. See? So in the fifth position, there is a letter called, what is that letter in the fifth position? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, if I just give, okay, 6, okay, let me keep it as it is. Let me give 6, okay, then, okay. Let me execute this. Okay, see this? There are some specific ASCII value codes for this each letter. So for letter A, the code is 97. For letter B, the code is 98. Okay, so those numbers are displayed. Okay, if you want it, you can do it. If you don't want, don't do it. Okay, so like this, we have so many string methods. Okay, so using those string methods, we can get all these things. Okay. So many are there here. Not everything is important. There are some things. Okay. There are two strings. Okay. If you want to compare the string 1 with the string 2, then how you can do that string comparison? So this is somewhat useful. So let's try that. Okay. So I have str string s1 equal to, okay, hello. Okay. String s1 I have hello. String s2 I have hi. Okay. Okay. So now I want to compare whether s1 is equal to s2 or not. Okay. How can I do that comparison? How can I do that comparison? I can do that using this one. Compare to second string. Compare to string second string. Okay. String 1 dot. Compare inside bracket. Okay. So now what result it will give? Okay. The return type is relative integer of the string. Lexicographically precedes a second string. Positive integer. Okay. The value return type is integer. So integer s3. Okay. So integer a equal to, if I give like this, and if I system dot debug inside this, if I give a, then what I'm going to get? See here. I'm getting -4. Okay. If I put S2 here and S1 here, then what I will get? +4. +4. So when you are comparing two strings, okay, in that comparison, if both are same, okay, if both are same, then what we are going to get? we will get the answer as 0. Okay. If both are different, then lexicographically which comes first, which comes next, based on it, you will get positive and negative numbers. Alright? If you don't understand these things, no worries. My point here is to make you understand that we can make so many operations using strings. Whenever the situation comes, then you can open this document provided by Salesforce. You can read it and you can do it. These things you don't need to remember. The previous things which I told, like what are the different types of primitive data types, those things you need to remember. You need to read. You need to remember those things. What are the different data types that we have? Inside data types, so many methods are there like this. So these things, if you just have a basic idea that okay, we can do these things using strings, then you can Google it. You can go to that. You can go to the specific thing as per your requirement, and you can implement it. Because we can never expect what kind of requirement business will ask us to do. Okay. So usually concatenation is the one we usually use. All the other things we may not use much. Contains a string. If I have a string and if my string 2, if my string 1 is Rama is a good boy, okay, and in the string 2, if I write good, okay, and if I want to see whether this string 2 is present inside string 1 or not, if I want to check that, then what I can do, okay, then I can do string 1 dot contains string 2, contains, just use the word contains, okay, the return type here is boolean, okay, here what I am using, contains, return type is boolean. So if it contains, it will give you the answer yes. Otherwise, it will give you the answer no. Okay. See the output we are getting it as false. Here what I need to put yes1 contains yes2. Okay. Is yes2 present inside yes1? Now you will get the answer as true. This still loading. Okay. Now you will get the answer as true. Okay. Now instead of good, if I write bad, then what will happen? False. Okay. Fine. So contains any, contains ignore, case, contains none, contains only. All are slight with slight difference. You just need to go through all these things. You cannot cover all these things. Okay. Contains white space. If there is any space or not, this will tell you. Okay. Whether yes or no. Okay. Count matches. If you have given two strings and the length of these two strings is matching or not. So those kind of things we have. Delete white space. Difference. What is the difference between the first string and second string? Ends with. You want to check whether the string is ending with this particular letter or not. Okay, that we can do. Okay. Ends with ignore case means ends with capital A or small a. Okay. What this will do if it is ends with the same letter or not, it will check, but it will think capital letter and small letter as different. But here, if you put ignore case, it will consider both small letter and capital letter as a small. Okay, equals. If you want to compare two strings S1 S2 whether they are equal or not, you can use this equals. Okay, if it is equal, it will give you the answer as true. If it is not equal, it will give you the answer as false. Right. So return type boolean, okay? Like this equals string or ID, okay? So instead of string, you can give ID also here, and you can compare both. Okay, at one, see on the left side you have a string, on the right side you have an ID. You want to compare the value is same or not, whether it is ID or string, you don't want to consider. The only thing exactly whether it is same or not. Okay. If it is same, then you want to use this in your some query or something else. So then you can use this. Like this, we have so many different methods. You try as many as possible. Okay, this is not like mandatory, like everyone need to know everything. Just if you have a basic understanding, then whenever situation comes, you can just go and read it and you will understand and you can do. But how to combine those things, how to separate a single string into multiple parts, all those things we can have in the string methods. I am going to give you this link in the chat window. Okay, go through this link. Okay, and you will get more clarity about all these things. Okay, fine. So apart from this, do we have anything else that we need to discuss? Yes, we have date that type. On the date also, we have so many things like this. Okay, date methods we have. Okay, like how we have so many operations that we can perform on strings, we can perform so many operations on date as well. Like for example, if I have given you a date, okay, like for example, let's imagine today is your birthday, okay, and if I promise you that, okay, from the date of your birthday, okay, within the next 1 week, I will give you a gift. Okay, if I say that, okay, in next 1 week, I will give you a gift. I want to know whether that day, what is the date of that day. Then what you need to do? Your birthday is a date, okay? You want to add 7 days to that date. That answer, in which data type the answer will be present? That will be in date. So you know how to add two numbers. 56 plus 43, if I tell you, you know how to add two numbers. But here what I want to add a number to a date and the answer I want to get it in the form of a date. So today is your birthday. It is August 12th. And from that point, if I give you 7 days to add, then what will be the date? After 7 days, tell me. 19th. Okay? 19th August 2023 is the answer I am expecting. Okay, you told correctly. Very good. Let's imagine your birthday is 30th August. Now, if you add 7 days to it, what is the answer? If your birthday is on 30th August, if I add 7 days to that, then what is the answer? Tell me date.
6th September. September 6th.
36. మరి వచ్చేది చెప్పండి 36 date is there.
6th. September 6th.
His birthday is on 30th August. Okay, I am telling him that after 7 days of your birthday, I will give you a gift. Okay. Now tell me what is the date? September 6th. Oh, 6 or 5. Okay, fine. Okay, 6. It means you should not add blindly the number 7 to the date. You need to consider that after 30 days or 31 days, month will change. So the correct answer system should give. Yes or no? You can get in that way. You can get in that way. System will think intelligently. If you use any other old programming languages, then you need to take this headache. You need to write so many conditions. Okay? If the date is if the date is from 1 to date will be generally from 1 to 31. Okay. In February month it will be 28 or 29. Again we need to verify whether it is a leap year or not. Okay. So making all these considerations, you said that if your birthday is on 30th August and if I add 7 to it, after adding my 7 to the date value, okay, if the value is more than 31 and if the month is August, then what I need to do? I need to change the month to September, add the remaining one number to this August and remaining 6 to the other month. Okay, so complex calculation, yes or no? We don't need to bother about all those things. All those complex calculations can be done directly using the date methods provided by Salesforce. See, let's do the same thing. Let's do the same thing here. Okay. Okay. So my birthday date I am giving. Date instance how to give? I told you in the previous class. Yes or no? Y, comma, comma, dd. Right? So here I am giving the date as 2023. Okay, this month. Okay, let's not go to the old years to make it comfortable. I am putting as August and 30th. Okay. If this is my birthday, okay, if this is my birthday, I am saying that I will give you a gift after 7 days. So, date gift equal to, okay, what I want to do, the value, my birthday dot add days. How many days I want to add? 7. Okay. And now system.debug. If I want to display button, first I will display this. Okay. First I will display that date. After that I will add 7 days and display this date. Let me execute this. Let me see the output. Whether it is calculating correctly. See, it is calculating correctly. Okay. 6th September, 30th August. Okay. Can you do one example now on this one? Okay. Do it now. Do it now. Give some date here and then add some number here. Okay. If you add, if you add 200 days, then what will happen? Year also will change. Yes or no? Whether it is coming correctly or not, verify. See, 2024 March. See, okay. Now take this example. Try with your own values. Give your birthday and add some number to it. So that many days we can add. Okay. You can do it, right? Do it now. Do it.
అర్థం కాదు క్వాంటిటీ అంటున్నారా
బోనం
ఆ లైఫ్ అయిపోయింది సార్ వీకెండ్స్ కూడా లేదు
ఏది ఇది ఏమచ్చా
సర్లే
ఎంఎస్ఎం కాదురా, ఇప్పుడు మనము క్యాపిటల్ స్మాల్ అవసరం లేదు కదా, మామూలుగా వేసేది చెప్పరా పెట్ట అంటే క్యాపిటల్
నువ్వు ఆగపోతే ఇంకోటి ఉంటాడని చెప్పి అవలే ఇద్దరున్నారన్న లొకేషన్ ఇద్దరున్నారు లొకేషన్ భువన్ సైడ్ ఆయన రావట్లే ఆన్లైన్
ఎమోజీ పెట్టి పోయి కొడతాం. ఎమోజీ పెట్టి పోయి
లోకేష్ మెన్షన్ చేసి
ఫస్ట్
పటాన్ చేర్ ఇట్లా వేరే అంతేలేండి సార్.
అరే ఎంఎస్ఎం
పవర్
సిస్టమ్ డాట్ డీబగ్ ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ బ్రాకెట్స్ ఎందుకు లేవు సింగిల్ పర్సన్ ఇక్కడ
చూపించాలనుకుంటున్నారు. ఇంకా ఎక్స్ట్రా వాళ్ళు అవసరం లేదు మనకు. ఓన్లీ ఇదైతే కావాలో అది పెట్టుకోవాలి. ఇది కావాలంటే ముందున మై బర్త్డే డేట్ అని ఫుల్ ఫామ్లో రాసి అవి బ్రాకెట్స్లో పెట్టుకొని ప్లస్ వచ్చేసి మై డేట్ ఆఫ్ బర్త్ అని పెడితే అది వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా, మీనింగ్ఫుల్గా ఉందని అలా రాస్తారు అంతే. ఎలాన్ మస్క్ కావాలి మన ఇండియాకి.
వద్దురా అయ్యా,
ఎలాన్ మస్క్
మళ్ళీ ఇరిగిపోయిన కారు తెస్తాడు.
కావాలి మనకి, ఇండియాకి కావాలి మనకి. అలాగే
Right, so now let me do add months. If I add 2 months to this, then execute. Then what will happen? See, it changed from August 30 to October 30. Okay? August 30 to October 30. Add months I have done. Okay? Add years. Then what will happen from 2023 to, it will change to 2025. Okay? Write down these two things also. Add months and add years. Here I have written add years, right? So you write the example completely for add months and then write it completely for add years. Or if you want, I can repeat it. Okay. Add 3 months. And you also check. Okay. If I add, currently I'm in August, right? If I add 5 months to this, then what will happen? Next year January will come. Whether it is working correctly or not, you verify. Give 5 there and verify the output. Okay. Why I am getting error? I am trying to give the same variable again. Okay. So now if I execute, I will not get any error. See, 2024 January. Okay. After 5 months. This is, I added 2 years. So months and years, you complete writing this? Done? All of you completed writing till this? Okay. I have a date. From that, I want to get the day of that date. Okay. Just the day. Teachers. Okay. Teachers. Day. Day.
నలుగురు నలుగురు
execute this, then what will happen?
అరే ఎక్కడ నుంచి అంటారు ఆయన
I will get the day of that
Maharashtra.
date. Okay. If I want to pick only this day value from this entire date, then I will use dot day. Okay. Similarly, can I do for month? Similarly, can I do for year?
ఆయన టాపర్ లాగా ఉన్నాడు టాపర్
ఎక్కువ తెలిసింది కాదు మీ ఇద్దరికి బోనర్ అంటే తెలుసా అని అడుగుతున్నా
బోనర్ తెలుసు
Month, but
అందుకే
here
నవ్వుతున్నా.
I have to give 3 to 8. Then I will get the correct, right?
బోనర్
See, I get
బోనస్
the
ఉన్నాయా నీ దాంట్లో
yes or no? Day, month,
ప్రతి ఉన్నాయని
year.
చెప్తున్నా
Okay. Make a note of this one. These three.
సూపర్
I want to increase another. I want to increase one bone for men.
వాడు అదే చెప్తుండు వాడు అదే చెప్తుండు వాడు చెప్తున్నారు
Agree చేయాలి. One girl and one bone extra at sometimes.
మార్నింగ్ ఫుల్ అనుకుంటారా నేనైతే మంచి
11-1, 205, 11-2, 206, 11-3, 205, 11-4, 206, 206, 206.
అందులో మళ్ళీ జిమ్ ఉంటారు టెస్టోస్టెరాన్ లెవెల్స్ ఫుల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు
Valentine's Day date చెప్పండి. 9 months annual exam.
నవంబర్ 14th
ఎప్పుడైనా యాడ్ చేశారు కదా?
అయిపోయినాయి
Memes
మీమ్సే వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి సార్
డిగ్రీ పైన
లోకేష్ కి బాగా తెలుసు సార్ లోకేష్ గారికి బాగా తెలుసు సార్
ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైనా అనిపించిందా ఫేస్ ఫోర్స్ యూజ్ చేసి అరౌండ్ యాడ్ చేద్దాం నెంబర్స్ డేట్స్?
ముందే తెలిసిపోయినాయి సార్
Salesforce knowledge, sir. Practical proven.
ఏం సార్ సార్ మనందరికన్నా జూనియర్ అన్నింటికే తెలుసు అన్నిట్లో సీనియర్ ఆడ ఆఫ్రికా
అమ్మాయికి పెళ్లి అయ్యే వరకు రెస్ట్రిక్షన్స్, పెళ్లి అయినాక వాళ్ళకి ఫ్రీడమ్ వస్తుంది, మనకి పెళ్లి అయ్యే ముందు వరకు ఫ్రీడమ్ ఉంటుంది, పెళ్లి అయినాక పోతుంది. సో ఎక్కువ కాలం కౌంట్ చేస్తే ఒక మనిషి 8 years బతికాడు అనుకో, 20కో 30కో మ్యారేజ్ అయింది, ఆ ముందు వరకే మనకు ఉండేది ఫ్రీడమ్, ఆ తర్వాత వాళ్ళదే రాజ్యం. మళ్ళీ అమ్మాయిలకి ఫ్రీడమ్ లేదు అంటారు కానీ వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కువ ఉంది. ముందంతా సైలెంట్ ఉండి అసలైన పెద్ద పెద్దవన్నీ వాళ్ళు కొట్టి పట్టుకెళ్ళిపోతారు, మనం చిన్న చిన్న వాటికి అలర్ట్ చేసి పెద్ద వాటికి సైలెంట్ అయిపోతాం. వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో ఒక సిస్టర్ బ్రదర్ ఉన్నారు అనుకో. బ్రదర్ అనేవాడు చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి అల్లరి చిల్లరగా ఉండి చిన్న చిన్న వాటి గొడవ పెట్టి అలా చేసి, అమ్మాయి ముందంతా సైలెంట్ గా బుద్ధిమంతురాల్లాగా ఉంటది. లాస్ట్ లో పెద్ద ఎత్తుకుపోతుంది. ఆ లాస్ట్ గానీ పేరు గానీ ఏదైనా జనరల్ గా అవునా కదా. మన చిన్నవాడికి అలవాటు చేస్తాం, వాళ్ళు ఎన్నిటికి సైలెంట్ గా వెయిట్ చేస్తుంటారు. మన ఏంటి ఒక చాక్లెట్ కోసం బిస్కెట్ కోసం వెయిట్ చేసి అల్లరి పెట్టేస్తారు చిన్నప్పుడు. వాళ్ళు అన్నిటికీ సింపుల్ గా ఆగి ఒక సింపుల్ గా ఒక నక్లీస్ కావాలంటారు లాస్ట్ లో. మొత్తం నువ్వు ఎన్ని బిస్కెట్లు తింటే ఒక నక్లీస్ ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది. అవునా కదా. అట్లుంటది వాళ్ళది, వాళ్ళ ప్లానింగ్, వాళ్ళ పద్ధతి ఇన్ని పెద్ద పెద్దవి, చిన్న చిన్నవి ఏమి నాన్న వాళ్ళకి. నిజమే కదా నేను చెప్పింది, అమ్మాయిని అంతే కదా. అవునా కదా?
గౌతమ్ గౌతమ్
మీకు మీ ఇంట్లో బ్రదర్స్ ఉన్నారా? పాము వాళ్ళు చచ్చిన వాటికి ఏడిసి ఏదో సాధించని ఫీల్ అవుతారు, కానీ మీరు పెద్దది ఏముంటాయి
నన్ను చూడకు నువ్వు.
అన్ని చిన్న చిన్న
సార్ చూసింది సార్.
అవన్నీ రావట్లేదు, వాళ్ళు జనరల్ గా చెప్తున్నాను. అమ్మాయిలు అన్నీ పెద్ద వాళ్ళకి ఏం ఒక నెక్లెస్ ఒక వడ్డానం అంటే చాలు, మన జీవితం మొత్తం ఖర్చు పెట్టి ఒక ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ లో అయిపోతుంది. అవునా కదా. Some more, there are some more date related things, days between. Okay, if I give two dates, okay, like if I say date one, okay, and the date two, okay, these are two different dates. Okay, these are two different dates. Okay, these are two different dates. Let me give first. Okay, this is first and this is later. Okay, let me give two different dates. And first, let me display these two dates. Okay, this is 1st of August. This is 11th of August. Now I want to know the difference between these two dates. Okay, using this days between, I can get it. How to use that days between start date dot days between due date. Okay, first one day one. Okay, date one dot days between, inside the bracket we'll put the second date. Then I will get the number of days, that is integer, right? Integer
ఇదిగో. ఇక్కడ జిమ్ లో ఇది పరిస్థితి. నవ్వుతా అడుగుతుంది.
okay. So now let me execute this.
నవ్వుతా అడుగుతుంది. ఇస్తాం. అదేంటి నార్మల్ వర్క్ చేసి మనం ఏడవ బెంచ్ వరకు సెకండ్ బెంచ్ వరకు 3 బెంచ్ వరకు
See, 10
చేస్తాం.
days. Okay. First August, 11th August, the difference is 10 days. Okay. So if I give 31st August, okay, and 11th of September, okay, different months. Can it calculate? Yes, it will calculate and give you the correct answers. Okay. 31st August and 11th September. What is the difference? After 31st, what will come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, you got it correctly. If I give 30th, then 1 will be counted there. I'll get 12. Okay, 1 will be counted in August month. Okay, so my date is 30th. So 31 is there, one date. After 31, what will come? 1st September. Okay, from there 11 are there. So total 12. Okay, so this is how it works. Make a note of this.
స్క్రీన్షాట్ ఒక లింక్
అప్పుడు లేని రోజు
Asset equals we generally use to compare two values. If both the values are same, asset equals will give you the answer as true. If both the values are not same, asset equals will give the answer as false. That's it. But where we will use this practically is more in test classes. Okay? When we are testing, we have one imagination that okay, if it works correctly, this should be the correct answer. Okay, that one and the actual answer we will compare. If both are same, yes, it is giving the correct output. If both are different, it means it is not giving you the expected result. Means something wrong is happening there. We need to correct it. Okay, so it will be more useful in testing. So that's why I'm not explaining it now. Okay, now what I want you to do is you go through all the string related methods we have. Similarly, date related, some we discussed, the remaining things you go through it. Okay, in Google you can just type Salesforce date methods or Apex date methods. Write down this one. Google, in Google directly type Apex date methods, Apex string methods. Type these two things, you will get this page which I am saying. Okay, and then you can go through the other things which we have not discussed. If you still face any difficulty in any one, you can ask down. But the main point here is these things you can do. That is what, if you know, that's enough. You don't need to remember these things. If you just have a basic idea, that is sufficient. Okay, fine. That's it for today. Tomorrow's class. So till now in the primitive data types, we discussed about only what is a string, what is a date, what is a integer, what is long, what is decimal. But if I want to store the student details, okay, the student details contains student name, student age, student phone number. I want to store all these together, all this information together as student information. So every object we consider as a data type in Salesforce. Every object that you create, we consider as a data type. So you can put the student name, age, phone number together in one variable, and you can call that value wherever you want. So that we will see in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow means I mean Sunday, tomorrow morning 7:30 a.m. online. Yes.
ఆన్లైన్
Tomorrow only online class is there, and tomorrow Sunday morning 7:30 a.m. class is there. 7:30 to 10 we can have. Okay, fine, clear. You practice these things today, so that once if we go to S object, then I will not discuss these simple things. Once we start with S object, every example we'll do with S objects only, going further. So that's why you have only one day to practice on the primitive types apart from that S object. Okay, you practice all these things today and confirm.